This is a little bit different for this competition. We normally do the presentations and then make all our decisions and then bring everybody back a month later to do awards. Part of that is so that John Pappajohn can join us, and he will not be joining us this year, so we decided to do all the presentations and the luncheon all in one day. So thank you to the judges that I would like to recognize for making this happen really quickly and for showing up early today. So this is a partnership of the 5 Pappajohn Centers, and we add some judges in. So we have Bill Adamowski from Drake University, who's not here today, was a judge. We do this in 2 rounds. Patrick Lunsgaard from UNI was a judge this year. I'm looking around. Where are you sitting? David Hensley from the University of Iowa. Myself from Iowa State. I'm going to do Candy. Candy Karstens from Nyack Community College, Pappajohn Center. In the back is Kurt Nelson from EDC in Cedar Rapids, 19 years helping us judge this competition. And Adrienne Greenwald from VentureNet, Iowa. Who am I missing? Lisa. How could I forget Lisa? Oh my goodness. Lisa Shimkat with America's SBDC. So this is a judging process where there's an online submission. So all of the entrepreneurs today submitted. They made it to the top round and final round and then did a final presentation this morning. And they were all really, really good. So thank you for being here and sticking around for lunch so we can do awards. I'd like to now introduce David Spalding. That's him, David Spalding, Dean of our College of Business. David Hensley.
Thank you, Judy. So thanks to Judy and her team for hosting this again this year. I've known John for a long time, and I don't know what you all are saying. I've gotten calls from John Pappajohn at 6:15 in the morning on a Saturday saying, where the hell is everybody at the university? And I'm like, John, it's Saturday at 6:15. He goes, I understand that. You're there. Where's everybody else? You know, so John is an amazing person and has one of the things that's always impressed me about him is whether you're starting a very simple business or an advanced medical technology that he's going to invest in, and he's going to help take that company public like he's done with dozens and dozens of companies. He gets excited for the individual because he firmly has believed in entrepreneurship as the most important economic development tool, but more importantly, something that is an empowerment for anyone. And as an immigrant in particular, he always saw and continues to see this entrepreneurship that important. John, historically too, Drake University and the University of Iowa, we host African entrepreneurs every year. For the last several years we have. And one of the biggest things that they enjoy is getting a chance to meet John. And it's fun watching him, and somebody will say they've got this simple farming business or this simple little pottery business, and John's sitting there talking to them about how to scale it globally. And you got to do this and this and this. And if any of you that know him, for him to be able to sit there and when he hears an idea, he sees 10 steps ahead of everybody else. I've never met anybody like that in my life, and we are so lucky. And I don't know if he would acknowledge this, but rumor was when he was graduating from the University of Iowa, he was going to buy Joe's Bar, which was a long-time bar in Iowa City. Thank goodness he didn't. And in essence was able to start his career and be tremendously successful. And I know he would like to be here today. I'm actually going to be on the phone with him this afternoon, and this will be the first thing that will come out of his mouth. He'll say, tell me about the companies that won, who can we invest in, who can we scale. So even though he's not here in person today, he is here in spirit, and he has impacted so much of us. So this competition began in 2006. After this year, we'll have given over, John will have given over $850,000 to the startups with IEDA's money. That's $250,000 now. And we're happy to say that 77% of the companies that have received first, second, or third place are still in business today. Another 10% were acquired. So that's an 87% win rate, right? So no pressure on those of you in the room today. Don't blow our statistics. And I think that what John might say to all of you is, we had a lot of different types of businesses, some that are very early stage that have huge potential, some that are really solid businesses that are generating revenue today. But he would tell you to continue to push and continue to innovate and believe in yourself and take advantage of the resources that we have here in the state of Iowa and build those companies here. Because that's really what is going to provide the next impetus to keep our young people, for those of us that are teaching young people on our college campuses, many of them want to stay here, but frankly, they want to create their own opportunity. And I'm very pleased to say somebody, again, who is a native Iowa that left with most of my colleagues in the 80s, didn't want to work for Principal. It's a nice company, but I didn't want to do that. The Pappajohn Centers allowed me to come back because I saw something in the state of Iowa that we were actually going to understand what the word entrepreneur was. I was working right next to the Kauffman Foundation in Kansas City, which is the organization that supports entrepreneurship globally. But when we started talking about what we could do here in Iowa, the skies were the limit because there was no expectation. When you're starting number 50 or 51, if you include Puerto Rico, you can only go up, right? And so it's been a great privilege to work with my colleagues over the years through the John Pappajohn Entrepreneurial Centers. I think we have done some good things to educate a lot of students and inspire them to be an entrepreneurial leader, whether it's in their own company or for somebody else. We've helped thousands and thousands of companies get started, creating tens of thousands of jobs. And oh, by the way, John's given, tens of millions of dollars over time. So I kidded former Governor Branstad, it's really easy to say yes to fly around the state of Iowa since it's John's money that John is going to be doling out. But we've been very fortunate in Iowa to have tremendous support from the state, from Governor Branstad all the way through current Governor Reynolds. Because it takes that. We have to have resources, and as you entrepreneurs know and are getting to learn even more, you're going to be raising money every day, and you have to have a strong partner with that. And so we are thrilled today to have Debbie Durham here with us. She is the longtime economic and community development professional who serves currently as the director of the Iowa Economic Development Authority, and clearly that wasn't a full-time job, so she also took on the Iowa Finance Authority as well. So she is clearly saving the state of Iowa money with doing two full-time jobs. She was appointed to lead IDA in 2011, and she has done an amazing job of supporting entrepreneurship and economic development. Again, I've lived here a lot of my life. I have never seen somebody at the state that is more dedicated and believes in entrepreneurship and innovation than Debbie, and is out there every day trying to help make the ecosystem better, bring resources to the state of Iowa so we can build all of these great companies. She's been recognized by so many different organizations, most influential business leader in the 2019 Business Record Book of Lists, received the Technology Association of Iowa's Legislative Advocacy Leader Award. She's been named as Woman of Influence. But I think what I've always been impressed with mostly about her, she can stand toe-to-toe to John Pappajohn. Not everybody can say that, but Debbie can. So please, and we're very thrilled to have her here today and appreciate all that she has done to help this competition and the state of Iowa. So please help me welcome Director Debbie Durham.
Well, first of all, good afternoon. It is so great to be here. This is truly one of my favorite events. And on behalf of the entire team at IEDA, we are truly honored to be part of this and participate. But you can also thank John for that too, because when John calls, it's just easier to say yes. I have learned that over the years. So just trust me on that. But the thing that I love the most about this event in particular is that it elevates trailblazing ideas and the creative minds behind behind them. It draws attention to the resources available to entrepreneurs in Iowa, and it bears the name of my dear friend John Pappajohn, the father of Iowa's entrepreneurial community. In fact, I had the opportunity to talk to John this morning, and I was actually calling to say, when are you coming back? Because we do lunch on a frequent basis, so I've missed my lunch meetings. But the thing he wanted to talk about was what's going on in the state. Tell me about your portfolio. How's it performing? I told him about this big prospect that we hosted that we're like in number 2 spot. Let me just trust you, it'd be a game changer for Iowa. Of course, he wanted all the details, which I can't share because I'm under an NDA. But I guarantee you by the time that we meet, he will have figured this out just by the details. But he certainly sends his greetings. John has helped launch countless careers, new companies, and entrepreneurial spirit that we see in our state today. And congratulations to today's finalists for pitching your businesses. Dreaming big is one thing, but finding the courage to make it actually happen and knowing success is not a guarantee. That is what sets entrepreneurs apart from everybody else. You know, one of my favorite quotes that I love is from Albert Einstein. He says, "Logic will get you from point A to point B, but imagination will take you everywhere." The participants in this competition are innovators who look at the complexity of the world as a puzzle to solve. Your creative solutions include cutting-edge technologies such as things that perform common medical procedures with minimal human supervision, or help farmers profit through sustainable soil practices and better risk management, empowers employers and employees to make smart choices about dental benefits, uses automation to run livestock shows and other competitions more efficiently, connects customers to farms and meat lockers online and delivers cuts of meat to their doors, creates safer, sustainable commercial coatings like water-based wood stains, and helps companies build their brands by connecting with local social media influencers. This is such an impressive group, and I know you're all excited to be part of this startup journey. And you couldn't have chosen a better place to actually grow your business than Iowa. First, doing business in Iowa is really, truly about the relationship. It is not ever about the transaction. I like to say in Iowa we have 1 degree of separation and not 6. Access to mentors and leaders in business, finance, academia, and government is often 1 phone call away. In fact, there are only 1 phone number on my business card if you get it, and it is my cell phone. I wouldn't even know what to do with my desk phone. Second, Iowa awards innovation. The tech giants may get the headlines when we expand plans that are announced, but what we all understand that real wealth is simply created through entrepreneurship. IED has worked hard to build a continuum of funding that support and help startups no matter where they are on their entrepreneurial journey, from nurturing a great idea to growing their businesses. In fact, most of the direct financial assistance IED has available awards goes to startup and small business through our innovation platforms. We're not giving cash to legacy companies. Since 2012, we've invested more than $30 million in such projects. We also contribute funding annually, as we talked about, to this competition and so many others. And an Inc. magazine reporter once had an opportunity to visit Iowa. And he interviewed me. I was a little worried about how this article was going to result because we talked for 2 hours. He didn't have a recorder and he didn't take 1 note. I thought, well, I'm not sure how this is going to go. But this is what he said at the end about IEDA. IEDA operates more like a venture capitalist than any government department I've ever seen. And while government plays a role in supporting innovation, we all know it takes a total ecosystem. So thanks to the dedication of the business leaders, the passion of the entrepreneurs, the collaborative spirit of so many stakeholders, Iowa has nurtured an entrepreneur ecosystem that is growing and thriving, and quite frankly, making it known around the world. We are drawing startups from places like New York and Austin, as well as those in our own backyard. Israel is another area that we really have been focused on. We love to see these companies really take off. Last year, we watched a Des Moines startup called OpenLoop land the $25,000 runner-up award at this very competition. In fact, it was a banner year for OpenLoop, which matches healthcare professionals with hospitals and clinics in need of staff through an online platform. The company received an additional $100,000 in funding from IDA's Demonstration Fund, and it was named Startup Technology Company of the Year at the Technology Association of Iowa's annual Prometheus Awards. What I love most is this company took lessons learned through the business accelerators like Techstars and the John Pappajohn Entrepreneurial Center and landed funding far beyond their original goals, and I would say probably their dreams. We know companies like OpenLoop and those being recognized here today also have a bright future right here in Iowa. You have the imagination that will take you anywhere, and in Iowa, what we do is what it takes to help any startups get started. So best wishes to all of you on this innovation journey, and thank you for allowing us to be part of this. So congratulations to all.
Thank you. So Candy's going to come up and help. Thank you, Debbie. She's awesome. We have an awesome director. So you're all here to get lunch, right? Or you want awards too, I suppose. So we have about 10 minutes left, which is perfect timing. Candy Carstens from Nyack Pappajohn Center is going to help. We have the great news that because you made a finalist, you at least walk away with some money. So that's awesome. We're going to start with our first, second, and third place winners. And I'm going to hand Candy the microphone and a list. And Debbie is going to pass out the checks. And then Sam is going to take a picture. Hold on.
So we'll start with the third place award of $15,000, which goes to DenScore. And then for $25,000, the second place award goes to Farm Story Meats. And the $40,000 award and the first prize winner this year is Continuum Ag.
Mitch has entered this You've been in the finals how many times, Mitch? Like 3?
I think they were going to kick me out.
I'm sorry.
Great job. And I just want to say, too, you guys don't know how difficult it is to do this ranking and come together, but it's always hard because you're always so well prepared and do so good. You want me to do the $5,000 down? Okay, so a $5,000 honorable mention award goes to Re-Envision Ag. And another $5,000 award goes to Juggernaut. And we have a $4,000 award going to Janus Materials. And with a $2,000 award going to Hummingbirds. And a $2,000 award going to Farmers Risk. And another $2,000 award going to Easy to Show.
If you were adding, that should have totaled 100,000. The checks are lovely. You can't cash those. You will get a check in the mail at some point. If you made it to the finals, that's a huge accomplishment. So congratulations for making it here today. If you did not place in the top 3, you can come back next year, and we absolutely encourage all of you that received an honorable mention to come back next year.
My name is Mitchell Hora. I'm a 7th generation Southeast Iowa farmer. I'm the founder and CEO of Continuum Ag. We're a soil health data intelligence company. We're the how-to when it comes to regenerative ag. We built the software and have provided systems for farmers to become more sustainable, become more profitable, and set them up for success in a data-driven, sustainability-driven future. By showing farmers that, hey, you can do these things that positively impact the environment, but you can also positively impact your bottom line. And our average from our farmer cohort this spring was an ROI of $112.42 per acre. That's what it boils down to. Farmers are being told that it's gonna maybe be pretty risky up front, that you're gonna lose money or you're not gonna make money for 3, 5, maybe 10 years doing this stuff. We're showing that you can be more profitable going this route in year 1. When I started this company, I was thinking about Southeast Iowa and local family farms and helping maybe a couple dozen family farms down in my area. Today, Continuum Ag is on a mission to help 1 million farmers profit from improving their soil health, which really just means we're thinking global, we're thinking help as many people as possible, and in order to do that, we have to produce systems, autonomy, some rigor in this, and scalable business models that actually work and are going to be profitable for everybody.
We are Farm Story Meats. We're a direct-to-consumer meat company. We show the stories of the farmers that raise the animal, and we strive to make the supply chain from farm to customer as short as possible.
Farm Story Meats' goal is to show the customers the locations, farms, and people that supply their food. So we're connecting those dots with our origin chart, which shows where the cut of meat comes from on the animal, the farmer that raised it, where the farm is located in Iowa, as well as a little more information about how the animal was raised. All of our animals are humanely raised on small family farms and free of antibiotics and added hormones, so that's important to us, but when distributing the meat, it's also important that we use sustainable practices with that. We want to go the extra step and use recyclable liners, recyclable boxes, and refrigerants that are good for the environment, so then the customer can rest assured not only was the animal raised with environmental practices in mind, but the packaging is as well. I think the food industry lacks transparency, so it's all about adding transparency so then the customer knows exactly where their meat comes from.
When we look towards the future of our business, we really hope to educate the consumer. We want to show them that it matters where their food comes from. We also want to show them that it matters how it's raised. We are working towards regenerative farming in our own practices and with the farmers we work for as a qualification to be one of our farmers. That matters for our generation and our future generations for the high quality meat that they could be consuming.
The name of our company is DenScore. So we're a digital health and data analytics company that enables people to make smarter decisions throughout their entire dental care journey, whether it be choosing a high quality dentist in their dental plan or navigating a toothache. We work with Medicare Advantage plans, insurance carriers, and health navigation companies that serve large employers in the United States so their members can have a better dental benefits experience. Well, I was a dentist for 14 years practicing in the Navy and in San Diego. And something I saw in my private practice was a lot of people just don't have the information to make smart decisions about where they go to dentists that will kind of meet their overall needs. We've really been working with the company now for about 2.5 years. And we talk to our clients and prospective clients and they say, gosh, you know what? I just saw a dentist about a month ago and I had a horrible experience. I wish this solution was available for me before I actually went to that dentist. So It's really interesting engaging people face to face and learning their personal stories, and it gives us validation that what we're doing is something that's going to make a difference. DenScore, it really evolved from what I experienced as a private practice dentist, and I felt like I could make a bigger impact by building a technology company that can potentially get in the hands of millions of people. I think we're onto something very special, and I feel great about making that decision to actually kind of exit out of the clinical side and now go more on the technical side.